Before we get started on today's video, I just wanted to start by asking you to put a date in your diary. Mark your calendars for Friday, March the 8th. The reason is it's going to be a Nero day. Can you believe it's been 4 months since his arrival? And oh my goodness, what a whirlwind it's been for him, for us, and for all of you who've been following his journey so closely. Together, we rescued him from what was going to be a premature end. And thanks to so much support from all you kind and compassionate people across the world who believe in our mission, Nero's now leading a happy life at our sanctuary. It's been nearly a month since he had surgery to fuse his hock, and his rest and road to recovery has been rather entertaining so far, but it's going well. So, on March the 8th, mark it in your diary, he'll get his first taste of freedom since his operation, and as many of you know, he's bursting with lots of energy, so it promises to be quite an exciting day for him, although we will do what we can to help him stay calm. I'd like to invite you to join us on the day and witness this occasion alongside us live on YouTube. From 12 noon UK time till 2 o'clock, you're going to be able to watch Nero heading into the turnout pen, where he's going to be joined by another of our sanctuary boys, Uba, who's a wise older gentleman who's already given him lots of guidance in the field about accepting a bit of authority and managing his enthusiasm. There's lots of it. Initially, our plan with Nero was to put him in foster care, and given that we're at capacity and our facilities are limited, that was our only option at the time. But because of his condition and his rather cheeky character, he really does need careful management and training that we have the knowledge and experience to provide. So I promised if we met the funding threshold for Nero's surgery, we'd do everything possible to make him a permanent member of the sanctuary. You all made that happen. We reached the target, he's had the surgery, and now this little man can look forward to a long and happy life with us here. At 2 o'clock on Friday, March the 8th, mark your diary, we're going to also mark Nero's official introduction into the family with the much anticipated beard trim. It's a slightly symbolic gesture to signal his position here. And yes, if you've not already guessed, we do all have a slight aversion to facial hair. Don't we, young man? Can you stop chewing my buttons? So tune in live to discover how you too can play a vital role in shaping Nero's future and in helping us to fulfil that promise to you. And together, let's make sure that Nero's story continues to inspire and lift even more hearts around the world. That's once he's finished eating my pocket. For now, enjoy the rest of the video. It's a little bit from today, a little bit from yesterday, and remember to mark your diary, Friday the 8th of March, and we'll see you live on YouTube for the Nero Day.
Well, good morning everyone. This is an interesting first thing to see this morning. Aside from Nero kicking the stable door, Twix, you've got a great big cobweb stuck over your face. Do you want to come over here? I'll take it off. Twix, Nero, can you have a little bit of patience? Twix, darling, would you like me to get that off you? Come here. There we go. What on earth? Oh dear. We do get lots of dust and cobwebs collecting in the barn. You wanted a face mask this morning, didn't you? Oh, we've even got Dee to come and say good morning. But of course everyone's looking at me expectantly for their breakfast. Right, let me go through and get breakfast for everybody. And little MK, I don't know whether we'll be able to see her because she doesn't really venture out of her little box at the moment when anyone's around. But she's still in there. And she's using her litter tray, and she's eating, so that's all good. We're having a pyjama day today and walking in our pyjamas, aren't we, Nero? But I'm very disappointed because Bailey got some really good footage of me walking him up and down the driveway yesterday, and I managed to delete it from my phone just to clear some space. So you've just got me videoing him today, but because I'm just on my phone and I need to concentrate on him in case he has a silly moment, that's about as much as I'm going to bring you from this morning's walk. Look, he's looking down at his buddies. Ice and Uber. You'll be able to go back out with them one day, I promise. He's actually learnt well from yesterday, because what I was trying to show you yesterday is that when he turns at the bottom of the drive, that's when he's more likely to be a little bit silly. So he's getting there. Next stage in lorry repair. It's still smoking, so it's had a whole oil filter change. I've spoken to Jeff this morning and he's going to have it in and look at it again and find out what's going on. Our little lorry made it here. Spoke to Jeff again. He said it was safe to drive, so we just smoked everybody out on the way here, and now he's going to find a gap where he can have it in at his workshop to take a proper look to see what's going on. But as I said to the lovely chap who came today to do the oil, I think it's because I foolishly mentioned that I might think about downsizing her, and I think she's got upset. Anyway, there's lovely Dal. We've had our session with my amazing trainer, Mel, who's sat in her little cubby hole over there. I've been working on trying to get her to do a video with us where she can talk through some of the things that she's helped me with over the years. And there in the middle is Jodie with Iceman, getting as soggy and wet as I am right now, and Doubtson is. She loves to just stand here patiently, watching what's going on. So there, Jodie's working on releasing some of the tension in Iceman. So it looks like she stood there doing nothing, but trust me, she is doing something. I'm just sat in the office and I've just opened up this lovely gift from one of our long-term patrons, Joy Duxbury, who's sent these off our Amazon wish list. So thank you, Joy. I know that you probably don't watch the YouTube videos, but anything like this will always get well used. So there's pig oil and sulphur, a bit of shampoo, one of the Tangle Tees brushes and some mane and tail spray. But I've been joined by somebody else in the office this evening. Little Twix has come to join me, which she often likes to do when everything's gone quiet outside. And she knows that I'm sat in here with the heating on. Hey Twixie. I think maybe one evening I need to bring little MK in here and see if we can get her confidence a little bit before we let her loose out with Twix and D. Day 4 of walking. Nero the last 2 days has just
walked up and down the driveway just because I was a little bit short on time. But we're back in the arena today. It's quite windy, it's quite fresh. So I'm not expecting him to walk round calmly right from the start, but we'll do a little bit. There's still a lot of pent-up energy in there, isn't there, sweetheart? Right, come on, let's go for a walk. I can see that he was desperate to do that, so I'm going to let him. He'll probably jump up and want to jump around now, but he's obviously quite itchy with all that hair coming out. So usually he would be desperate to want to have a run round after that, but he's actually being very good by not doing that. So I can feel he so desperately wants to run around, but he's actually being really sensible and really good, and he'll have the odd moment. But he knows now. And I just have to give him a little reminder every now and again. And it's just being ready for it when things like that do happen. And just staying calm. Where he gets a bit too forward, just sending him back again. But once he's been able to go in his small turnout and we do this walking again, there won't be quite that level of excitement there. And he'll remember this and know that he has to just walk nice and relaxed and calm. Won't you? But I like that exuberance and I don't want to knock that exuberance out of him. He just needs to learn that he can do that, but within certain guidelines, within parameters of not setting his neck off to the right and running away. Yes. I know, it's very exciting. No, he's trying to go in behind me there and back. So I'm just on this rein, going to walk in front of him again, just because you're always at a bit more of a risk if you're on the inside of a circle and they're going to jump sideways. So we just go back to the walking in front for a minute. Back, back, back.
So again, I'm pleased with that today. He, as I said before, he so desperately wants to run around and let off some of that energy, but he does listen. And you know, the efforts are getting that little bit less each time. He's just having a look. His teddy bear's over there. Boy. Boy. That's all good.